Hey folks, it's Ari from Real World Explosion, and you are watching Aconnectiontv.
I am Wesley the Crazy Man. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
What's going on, world? It's your boy Wes from Aconnectiontv, the one channel on YouTube where we actually adopt similar connections despite our differences. And this review is going to be about The Walking Dead, entitled Us, which only leads you to believe that the whole episode is going to be tying in all of the loose ends with everybody. At least that's what I hoped when I saw the title of the fucking episode, and that's what they gave me. Although this episode was very, like, lukewarm, not a whole lot happened in this particular episode, but it was still nice to watch. And I like the fact that we wrapped up some shit, and I like the fact that a group of them actually made it to fucking Terminus. Let's start off with the beginning of this episode with freaking weirdo Eugene talking about dinosaurs and how dinosaurs possibly faded away because of the virus, and how he's just interested in how the Tyrannosaurus Rex met the Brachiosaurus the Bronca. I don't know what the fuck he was talking about. I was like, what? I'm confused. Why are we talking about dinosaurs? And then all the while the camera pans up from a coin on the on one of the rails on the train tracks, and we lead into their conversation about this. And, you know, they get to the coin, Tara picks up the coin, and Eugene's like, great, all we need is like 50 more coins, some foil paper, and some bleach, and we got a battery. I'm like, what? Okay, I don't really understand that. And then they walk from that situation, and then they're talking about what kind of video game you like, and what's going on, were you into role-playing, first-person shooter? I'm like, okay, this is the kind of conversation that we have in a post-apocalyptic world. No problem. No problem. I'm annoyed with Eugene. He's hiding something, and I really don't like him, goddammit. And then we're stuck on Tara, and I really was annoyed with Tara up until this episode. Like, okay, I'm not saying that I care for Tara and that I like Tara, but then, okay, I'm going too far ahead. So we get past that, we get to the night. And Abraham is talking to Tara. Abraham is trying to find out if Tara really likes Glenn or if Tara really likes Rosita, because Tara was looking down Rosita's shirt, looking at her titties when Rosita was serving her dinner. And I'm like, okay, where was y'all serving each other dinner at? Where was the fucking table? Where was the picnic table and the chairs? How were you being served dinner? I don't really understand. Okay, no problem. I'm not thinking about it. But why is Abraham trying to get all up into her gonads? Trying to get all up into her BI? I don't care about Tara at this point. I don't care if she's gay, pregnant, straight, transsexual. I don't care what the hell she is. I really don't. At the end of the day, I just want y'all punk asses to get to Terminus so I can stop hearing about these dialogues that means nothing to me. Okay? It means nothing to me. It means nothing to the plot. Why does her having to be a lesbian have any relevance to anything? Okay, well, Abraham has a little theory, and he wants his theory to be right. But whatever. We already know Tara feels some sort of way about what happened to everybody at the prison, and she feels obligated to help Glenn. And this is how she's this is her mission to fulfill. And once her mission is fulfilled, at the end of the episode, we find out that she's going to part ways with Glenn because her mission is fulfilled. But that's neither here nor there. Okay? Neither here nor there. We get to the next day, and Glenn, Eugene, Abraham, Rosita, and Tara. I know everybody's name, goddammit. They're walking along this long ass fucking train track. I'm like, this motherfucker gotta be a 30-mile, 50, 100-mile train track. We've been walking on for 18 fucking episodes now. And one group is ahead of the next, and we can't seem to catch up to these bitches. This is a long ass train track with cuts and hurdles and loops and holes up in this motherfucker. And so They looking at something. Every goddamn clip, we've been seeing these bitches look at something in awe, like. And it got me like, well, what the fuck they looking at? I want to look at it too, goddammit. Switch the clip. So, Tara sees it first, and then Glenn sees it. Glenn walks up ahead of Tara and he runs to the sign that says, Glenn, meet us at Terminus. Maggie, Sasha, and Bob. When I tell y'all, I got choked up. I was like, wait, no, y'all doing this to me too fucking early in the goddamn clip. Y'all doing this too fucking early in the goddamn clip. Harold. Glenn start running. Glenn start running, and he's like, I'm like, oh God, child, God damn, y'all got me crying already up in this bitch. I didn't shed a tear, but my eyes got watery because I felt something for 7 fucking episodes, this goddamn boy been looking for his wife, and fucking Maggie been looking for, and you know what? I love y'all. I love y'all in your commentary about The Walking Dead because, like I said in the last review, y'all get my ass together, and y'all correct me on a lot of shit. I be like missing some shit because I'm a regular dude. Y'all be correcting me on a lot of shit, getting my ass together. Y'all told me that Tyreek is not Sasha's love interest, you punk West. That is her fucking brother. And y'all be getting me together on some shit, right? So, in the comments, because I read all the motherfucking comments, even the long ass paragraphs and dissertations y'all be leaving under this video. I love y'all. Y'all be asking, multiple people have been asking, why in the fuck is Maggie not concerned about Beth ass? Where is Beth? What happened to Beth? Beth got fucking kidnapped and put into a trunk of a car. I'm thinking the trunk, I don't know. Or the backseat of a car and got taken from Daryl. Where is Beth? I know I didn't give 2 shits about her in the beginning of my reviews of the season, but now I'm starting to feel some sort of way because y'all about to wrap up shit. We got 1 more episode to go, and y'all feeding me rabbit ass. Okay, y'all feeding me rabbit ass, which is what Daryl was giving. Claim it. Fuck that. Fuck the claim shit. Y'all feeding me rabbit ass. Where the fuck is Beth? And why the fuck is Maggie not concerned with Beth? Maggie spent all this time looking for little ass Dick Glenn. I'm just saying, he looked like he got a little dick. Spent all this time looking for little dick. Ain't worried, not one damn. That's why her punk ass got off the bus, because she was all concerned about Beth. But now all of a sudden, your gears is flipped and switched. Where all you are concerned about is Glenn. And now you're having conversations, I know I got past a lot of shit in the episode, but now you're having conversations at the end of this fucking episode about going to Terminus and then deciding to go to DC because there's a possible cure for this and Eugene claims to know what started this shit. That's some bullshit. Ain't nobody concerned about anybody else. Not one of them bitches had asked for Rick, had asked for Michonne, Daryl. None of them bitches asked for any of them, had thought about anybody else. Sasha only thinking about Tyree ass. And what about the kids? What about, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't get it. So let's talk about Daryl and these damn renegades. Okay? Joe and Len. The fuck is a Len? Okay. So Daryl gets picked up. Now mind you, Daryl does not get kidnapped. He's not forced to be with these guys. At least that's what we learned in this episode. But he's still walking with them. And I'm only going to assume that he's still walking with them because he doesn't want to necessarily be alone. He had ample opportunity to leave these guys when they fell asleep. They were all in the woods, but he opted to stay. He does not want to be left alone. He feels some sense of security. He doesn't have Beth anymore. He does not want to be left alone. Okay, I get that. Joe and his ruse. I don't understand who the fuck made Joe in charge. I really don't get it. At the end of the day, when all those dudes were asleep, Daryl could have murked all them motherfucking asses. Could have murked them all. Okay? Who is Joe? I don't know who Joe is. Okay? But Joe has created this government amongst these fools. Alright? This dictatorship where rules are implemented from one soul. And if you don't follow the rules, the rest of the lackeys that can't think for their fucking selves is gonna beat your ass. Now let's get all through this because it's a lot of it's unnecessary shit. Daryl should have murked Glenn a long time ago. I'm Lynn long time ago. Daryl's hunting rabbits in the wee mornings because he's hungry. He wants some rabbit, which, by the way, I don't even know why he was allowing that rabbit to just bleed on his motherfucking backpack and he ain't eat the bitch yet. You sitting here starving, bitch. You want to go through all this hassle about eating a full-ass rabbit. Your ass ain't eat shit yet because it's still in the fucking bag when you get to the auto shop. All right, I know I'm getting past shit. But when he shot the rabbit and then Lynn shot the rabbit and they fighting over the rabbit and then Joe splits the rabbit in half and he's like, there's rules. When you want something, you yell, claim it. I yell, what? Why the fuck I'm yelling claim it for? Bitch, you know what the hell I was going for. You saw me with my arrow pointed at the rabbit. Oh, that's not how it works around here. You gotta abide by the rules. Am I the only one that felt some sort of way when Lynn was talking about Daryl possibly going crazy for some poutine and then saying that the poutine that he wanted was young and then you know how them young girls get? I'm thinking to myself, is this bitch talking about Beth? But if he was talking about Beth, he would have had a car. And there was no car in sight. So they don't know what happened to Beth. We can conclude that. They don't know what happened to Beth. Beth is gone. But Daryl is all up in his emotions. He goes to grab the knife. I'm like, shake his ass, shake his ass. And then that's when Joe kids his behind in talking about rules and regulations and claim it and lying and not lying. And I can't fault you for the rule because you didn't know about the rule. Whatever. We move past that. And then we get all into, I'm gonna do the Daryl story. We get all into Daryl going to this auto shop. Now Daryl gets to this auto shop after communicating with Joe. And, you know, and deciding to stay with them because he's like, there's no us. And Joe's like, well, are you leaving? You haven't left yet. Then that means there's a us. So come on. Made this whole analogy about outdoor cats and indoor cats and you can't teach a old dog new tricks. Some shit like that. I don't know the relevance to this motherfucking analogy. I really don't. But whatever. We get into the auto shop. We see all these great tools and things that could get us through a couple weeks in this auto shop. And as soon as we get in, claim it, claim it, claim it. Daryl tries to get into a car and somebody else claim. He walks to another one, somebody else claim. Daryl don't want to yell no damn claim. So he lays his ass on the fucking floor. We wake up and then Daryl is approached by Lynn, talk about why did you take my rabbit half? You took my rabbit half. It's in your bag. It's in your bag. Joe was like, wait a minute. Let's check the bag. Snatches the bag from Daryl because Daryl's like, I ain't take no damn rabbit head. And then Joe empties Daryl's bag onto the floor, and of course the ass part of the rabbit fall out and the head part of the rabbit fall out. And then Joe was like, whoa, look at here. What do we have here? Now, obviously, either you were lying or you're not being some punk liar trying to start shit, rent-a-cop bullshit, something, whatever he was saying to Lynn. Lynn's like, no. Then all of a sudden, Joe punches him, he gets beat up. When Daryl wakes up, Lynn is dead, out on the floor with an arrow in his head. I'm like, damn. Apparently, Joe watched Lynn sabotage and plant the ass head and Daryl's bag only because Lynn didn't like Daryl. But it seems like Joe is about his word. It seems like he's about his word. It really does. At the end of the day, I honestly feel that Rick would not have had to, go crazy on the guys if he met up with Joe. I don't think Rick would have had to have done all of that to the men. But Rick was scared. He needed to defend himself, and the guys were violent with not in Joe's presence. But I think if Joe would have met Michonne, Carl, and Rick, they would have had a diplomatic resolution, and they would have parted ways amicably. I believe that. Do you believe that? I believe that. That's what I'm saying. So I'm getting that vibe from him. I'm not getting governor vibe from Joe. I'm getting a decent guy that knows that in the midst of chaos, you need rules and regulations, the Bible, to straighten motherfuckers out. Because some people just can't do for themselves the way that the law implies for you to do for yourself. Some people just can't think on their own. So I get his thought process about it. It really makes sense. But at the end of the day, we're talking about Daryl here, and we're talking about these groups of renegades wanting to fuck up Michonne and Carl and Rick, and that ain't happening. Cause Daryl ain't gonna let that happen. We already know what it is. Cause soon as Daryl see Rick, Michonne, Carl, and it's a wrap. It's gonna be the renegades against the prison, and I can't fucking wait. Listen, okay, we already know where my allegiance lies. My allegiance is with my prison, my OGs, the original cast. I don't give a damn about these new people. I don't. Fuck a terror. Well, at least not no more, but anyways. So we get past that. Daryl don't want to cover the guy because the guy was a jackass to Daryl. I don't blame you. Okay, he dead or whatever. Don't nobody give a fuck. They walking. Daryl starts to feel some sort of way to the renegades. He feels better or whatever. They talking, and then we find out that Joe wants to find this guy, aka Rick, who killed one of their men and made the men turn on them, which created a catastrophic situation in the house. As they're walking along the train tracks, Daryl sees a strawberry growing out of the ground. One single strawberry or some shit. And he's like, claim it. Now we know that Daryl's a part of the group. Whatever. We get past that, and I can't wait for them to meet Rick, Carl, and Michonne. I really can't wait for that to happen, because Daryl is going to be back with his crew, and we're going to fuck shit up. Okay? We're moving past that storyline. They're all looking for Terminus. Everybody at this point is looking for motherfucking Terminus. Let's get to Tara and Glenn. Now, I said in the beginning, Glenn saw the sign. Now he's running half-cocked after Maggie, Sasha, and Bob, like Casey Jones, like Abraham had made that reference to Casey Jones. They get to a tower, they want to stop at the tower, they want to take a break. Glenn is like, I'm not fucking taking a break. Did y'all not see that I just read my wife left me a sign? She's alive. I want to go see my motherfucking wife. Everybody's like, look, we tired. We've been running around like Casey Jones, like an episode of Casey Jones or some shit, and we tired. We need to rest. Tara's tired. We're all tired. We need some water. Glenn looking at them like, you know what? Y'all can stay here if y'all want to stay here. I'm leaving. Fuck out of here. What's y'all? I'm gone. Tara like, well, I'm going too with you. Then all of a sudden, they're like, look, can we just take a break? And then Rosita like, well, why don't you care about her? She cares about you. Stop being an asshole. This makes no sense. A zombie pops out from the top of the tower. How the fuck he get up there? I didn't know zombies can climb stairs. I didn't know that. Well, I guess they can, but I don't know, whatever. This is the first I've seen them at an altitude that was in a building, like a higher up level of a building. This is the first time I've really seen that, so I'm like, how the fuck he get up there? He's walking, falls over, splats. In the mix, Abraham's like, wait, no, don't go. I'm like, why y'all tripping? The dude is 30 feet up in the motherfucking air. Y'all tripping about a zombie that's 30 feet up in the motherfucking air. No, don't go. Then he makes Tara fall. Tara sprains her ankle. I'm like, oh God, now we got a weak broad. Now she weak now. She still wanting to go for Glenn though. I'm like, okay, I'm starting to like your punk ass. I'm starting to like your punk ass. You rocked the prison with the governor, but I'm starting to like your punk ass, because although your punk ass got a sprained ankle, you still want to go for Glenn. That's admirable. I don't have no pity for her punk ass. That's admirable. Okay, let's keep walking. Glenn like, look, if we walk till sundown, you can have all my armor and shit. I'm like, Glenn, you's a dumb fuck. You're a dumb fuck. Because when you find Maggie, you're going to want to give Maggie the fucking armor, not no goddamn Eugene. The fuck is a Eugene? I'm annoyed, right? So we walking. We get to this pitch dark tunnel. I'm like, who the fuck is getting in that tunnel? I'm thinking to myself, who's getting in that? And clearly when you go to the tunnel, you hear all this shit in the tunnel, right? Obviously you know zombies are in the tunnel. So Abraham's like, all right, this is where we part ways. We're not going no more. We about to split up because we're not going in that tunnel. I got to protect Eugene. Here's 2 cans of corn and a flashlight. I'm thinking to myself, where are the weapons? Tara is limping. She's like, okay, I'm with you. We about to go in this dark ass tunnel with your limp ass sprained ankle, and you ain't got not nan weapon, and this fool ain't got a weapon. He only got one single pistol that only had like 5 shots in it, and y'all really about to go into this goddamn tunnel. You can't go to one of these these trees and break off a goddamn heavy ass branch to beat a bitch up in this motherfucker. You gonna bring your dumb ass. I was thinking to myself, Tara, you good because I wouldn't have went. There's only but so much repentance I need to do and self-assurance I need to put myself through to apologize for shit that I didn't even physically do. I really didn't. But you about to put, no, I'm not doing that. Sorry. Go find Maggie yourself. I'm going to sit here. That's just me. Glenn don't care. He's like, all right, let's ride or die out this bitch. So they part ways. Rosita, Eugene, and Abraham go one way. Tara, limp ass, and Lil Dick go into the tunnel that's dark with one ass flashlight, a pistol with 5 bullets, and a sprained chick that's lesbian. Whatever. Eugene saying, Tara, I think you're hot. What the fuck? What was that for? What was that for? What was that for? What relevance did that hold? We already know that Eugene is just, he's weird. He's weird. They get into the tunnel, they come to this roadblock, this tunnel block, where zombies are under the rock and rubble. They climb over the zombies, and then they look down, and then they see more zombies. Glenn devised this smart-ass plan to highlight a silhouette shadow of a zombie caught in the rocks, and put it on the wall so that the zombies can go toward that. I don't really see how that worked because in many cases, if it was about seeing something, they would have chopped Michonne's ass up the minute they saw her. So they're going to see a silhouette of something going like this. When they watch that with the next person all the time, they're going to see this silhouette going like this in the damn up against the wall, and now they want to chase a silhouette. The silhouette ain't making no kind of noise, no kind of nothing. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, there was no noise being made. It was just a silhouette of the damn thing going like this. That's what I saw. Okay? And then, you know, Glenn and Tara, they go from the other side, not making no noise. And of course, this sprained chick gonna make some noise. Ah! She gets hit by a boulder, and her boulder, the boulder got her leg stuck. Now, here's when things get good for me, because all the while, Glenn has only been concerned about Maggie's ass, not really caring too much about Tara, not really caring about Eugene, Rosita, and fucking Abraham, which is all right, because he doesn't owe them a goddamn thing at all. You know, before we get to her getting trapped up in the rocks, you know, Tara admits that she feels completely terrible about what happened to Maggie's father and about how she never knew that the governor was going to do that and how she lost her family and all that because she's stone cold stuck. She's stone cold stuck in attaching herself to Glenn because she's going through the motions. She just lost her family. I get that. I can empathize with her. I can feel for her. I understand what she's going through. She's alone in this world. She's alone in this world and she wants to do some good by helping Glenn find Maggie. I can commend that. I'm here for you, Tara. But damn, now you about to get left because Glenn about to leave your ass. I'm thinking Glenn is about to leave this chick. So Tara starts to be brave and she's like, leave me. That wouldn't have been me. That would not have been me. First of all, when I fell, I wouldn't have said, ah! That would have been me, bitch. You calling the zombies over to us. Why are you doing that? Don't do that. You should have said, oh, shit. Did they hear us? Get me out this motherfucking bitch. Get me out of here. Hurry the fuck up. Don't leave me. And if Glenn would have left or would have tried to leave me, that's when I would have been screaming for the zombies to come kill us. But, you know, Glenn was being a good guy. And Glenn was like, no, I'm not doing that. Fuck that. Fuck that. And you know, she's like, they're coming. They're coming. Fine, let them come. And then he starts killing them, pat, 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 pat. And then all of a sudden, miraculously, we're saved by the Motley crew. And they come with Uzis and shit. Shoot the zombies. I'm like, okay, we in Terminus. This is what I'm thinking. But no, that's not what I'm thinking. Because all the while, Abraham, Rosita, and Eugene, because he just really needed to wait for Glenn and Tara to come out of the tunnel. I don't really like Eugene. I don't like what's going on with him. I don't. Sometimes, so for some reason, I think that Eugene is trying to get people to go to Terminus. I don't know why. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. It's just something up. It's just something up. But anyways, we get that edit where they're like, oh my God, guys, look. And then Obviously, they saw Sasha, Bob, and Maggie coming out the tunnel. They drive into the tunnel to go save Glenn and Tara. And, you know, Maggie and Glenn are reunited. Maggie burns up her picture because she's like, I'm never gonna leave your side again. You're never gonna need a picture of me ever again. I'm like, Maggie, do you not know what fucking world you live in? Where is Beth, Maggie? Where is Beth? Why don't you have a picture of Glenn or Beth in your fucking, on your fucking person? Maggie. Like, I'm really not here for Maggie anymore. I'm really not. I'm here for Glenn, though. I'm here for Glenn. Because that's the only person Glenn had left to look for. I'm not here for Maggie no more. I'm here more for Tara than I am for Maggie. Fuck a damn Maggie. Fuck a damn Maggie. She ain't even caring about her sister. I'm not here for her no more. I'm not. So, okay, they get reconnected. Okay, great. Then Sasha, you know Sasha's ass. She's like, this guy says that he knows what started this virus. And that there's a cure in Washington, D.C. I'm out. Let's go. Fuck Terminus. Not so much, but really because she really wants to go see if Tyree is still alive. And then after that, they all want to go to Washington, D.C. So that's kind of like a unanimous decision amongst everybody. I'm like, all right, whatever. Then we get to, before we get to Terminus, we get a little clip of Rick and Michonne and Carl. They look healthy. They look good. They look happy. They're not depressed. I like seeing that. That shows that they have some resilience and some strength left. All these other groups are beat down, battered, and freaking bruised. Okay, no one else is looking good but Rick, Michonne, and Carl. That shows that they're going to be the major weight of next week's episode because their strength is going to be tested. The well-rested bodies are going to be tested. You know, I wonder what they coochie smell like. You know, because I know they haven't taken a shower in a long time, but Michonne coochie probably smell like rat breath. And Rick's balls, because balls, when the scrotum stink, it stink. I just had that thought because none of these motherfuckers took a shower since. And I'm like, I couldn't be around that. I could be hugging that, laughing with that. If you stink like that, They laying on the grass and shit and then getting up, pissing and shitting and not wiping their asses and you know when you got a hairy ass and then the feces is crumpled up, you got ass crumbs and the goddamn, that's nasty, ain't it nasty? Anyways, we get past that and then we get to Terminus. Now, I don't know about y'all, but Terminus look like a nice fort. This industrial looking type of building, nice fort. But there's a problem for me. Soon as they get to Terminus. There are no people in sight. That's problem number one. Soon as they get to Terminus, there's no lock on the gate. It just opens up. Problem number two, there's something off about that. There's something really off about that. They walk past clothes hanging on clothing lines. They walk past fruits and vegetables being grown in off to the side gardens. And they come up to a sign that says, lower your weapons. There are no need for weapons here. The gate is completely open. No lock. Something's off. Something's wrong. And then when we walk up to this one soul lady preparing something, she's there by herself. Something's off. She turns around and she walks to the camera and she says, hello. You guys look like you've been tired. Well, let's get you a hot plate of food. I'm Mary. Welcome to Terminus. Murk her ass right there. There's something off-putting about her. She's very off-kilter. There's nothing balanced about her. No. Why does she feel safe? Where are all the people? And why aren't any of the locks locked? Something off. Shoot her now. Let's take Terminus. Yeah. I just don't get it. I don't know about y'all, but next week's episode hopefully is a doozy. I don't want to end this season without knowing what happened to Beth. Not really that I really care for Beth like that, but I just don't want to end the season. I don't want to end this season with loopholes. Don't give me loopholes. I want to know what happened to all the groups, and just like the way they wrapped it up in this episode, I want them to wrap that up in next week's episode because it's very possible to do that. Because they moved this episode along quick. The only group that we didn't touch base with is with Tyree and Carol, because they don't only soul survivors. And then we had a whole episode with them last week, but still, I want to know how they fucking yet. I know they ain't doing that, but you know, did they make, you know, I want a resolution for them. I was from Aconnectiontv, the network. Do me a favor and like this video. Click those thumbs up button. The thumbs up button is right below this video. Let's get over 500 likes on this video. It's free to do. You can do it on your cell phone. You can do it on your laptop, your computer, your MacBook, your iPhone 5, your Galaxy S5, whatever phone you got, the Galaxy Mega, whatever you got. Like this video. That would be well appreciated. And deuces. Leave comments below the videos. Leave comments. I'll read all of them. Leave comments. Thank you.